Hey everybody, welcome to the Thursday night NATP GT Series. Jake Teamster here with Jack Ivy.
Jake, here we are, historic spa track. Mid-season, everybody's favorite. How about you?
Yeah, I love this one.
Boy, everybody does. Boy, got lots of stuff going on tonight. First out on qualifying laps is Zach Hefner, but the guy that you keep your eye on is Peter Zabel, who's throwing down some wicked fast times in pre-race practice. And it would appear that the boys out there are all getting themselves spaced out, giving themselves a little bit of room to run.
Yeah, all except the top three. They're a little bit close to each other. Peter Zabo not looking very patient.
Well,
see how that goes.
Zabo's sitting in fourth spot right now. These four cars.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's Salem.
Yeah, that would be Salem Montgomery's in there with mixing it up with Hefner and Kirkbride. Hefner's carrying 70 kilos though, so
yeah,
it's going to be a tough one to throw down some hot ones there, but we will see. Yeah, Salem, so they got themselves spaced out there.
Yep,
Hefner, Kirkbride, Montgomery.
It's a lot more space than it looks like in the low speed stuff.
So we've got 36 laps here tonight. 5 cuts will be a 1 lap penalty, so we're going to have to watch that. Top full rouge, maybe?
Yeah.
So Zach Hefner just coming around Blanchemont.
Oh.
Into the chicane. I don't think there's going to be much cutting at this chicane, though.
No, not there. Not on purpose, anyway. To 16-1. That's Parsons.
Yeah. And 2:16.1. That's a decent time. Although Zabo has put down some 2:15s. So, like I said, that's a screaming fast time. So we'll see how Peter can do on this lap.
All right, meanwhile, I'm gonna kick open the web browser, get to where I can see our chat.
Yeah, welcome to you, everybody here tonight.
Kick open the web browser.
I mentioned earlier, Spa 36 laps. Last week we were at Imola. Hefner in the Lambo, McKinday in the Ferrari, and Werner in the Nissan. 1, 2, 3 for last week. Well, right now it looks like Zabo and Matt Lehmann and oh boy, Parsons is just taken. Nope, he's right there. So Zabo and Joliker. Joliker on a hot one too.
I can't believe Hefner's got a 26.2 there with 70 kilograms and is in second.
Yeah, crazy weight he's carrying. But you know what? Those guys practice. I mean, I got to hand it to those podium hunters there. They are all in.
Yeah.
So carrying weight tonight. Well, we had some penalties from last week. Marosh, a little picked up 25 kilos and gonna have to watch his P's and Q's because he could end up with a possible probation if he keeps up his bumping and grinding. It's not NASCAR out there.
Yeah, got a little aggressive. We missed it on the broadcast. Got a little aggressive on the Jolicoeur there, and yeah,
Zabo, 2:15, 7:63.
that's a way to do it.
And that was about 2/10 faster than his fastest practice time so far. So good on him.
Kirkbride hopped up 2 to 4th place. So it's actually the first time we've seen PMR qualifying well this season with Parsons up there. Although Moses is still back in 10th, we'll see what he can do.
Well, you know, as we've mentioned before, right? You know, Parsons is sitting in provisionally a P2 with a 2:16.141. Moses is a 2:16.883. So
yep.
you know, it's like a half a second. I mean, it's not disastrous. Looks disastrous, but it's not really.
Right.
So, continue with the penalties. We got Carlos Del Torre took out Bjorn Heyman. He gets 20 Ks. David Poole took out Montgomery. He gets 10 Ks. Monty took out somebody else, or took out David Poole. He gets 20 Ks. Jesse Olsen's carrying 40. A lot of guys carrying balance. Werner's got 20. Moses got 10. Maris has got 10. Kirkbride's got 30. McKinday's got 30. Hefner's got 70. And Lehmann's got 20. So these guys are all carrying freight around there.
You saw the Maros got caught on the cut review. So after he had a great run, and his only issues were with Jolicoeur. He bumped Jolicoeur a little bit, and then hit Jolicoeur harder. But yeah, back out of the points with 1 lap added to his race result there. Now he's a substitute, so I guess it doesn't matter to him. But bad luck for purple helmets, I guess.
Welcome to Sean Ricker. He's watching from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Ooh. Your Mexican accent, Jack?
Well, actually, a little known fact. I lived in Mexico for a while.
Yep.
Hope you're drinking some of that good mezcal or maybe tequila, and be good, be safe, but have lots of fun.
Parsons, another fast lap.
Yeah, he sort of pulled it out at the end there. I guess he messed up a little bit there, maybe at the chicane.
Ludden should improve here. Let's see.
Yeah, John's got a decent lap going there. Wow, a bunch of them do now. But Ludden might pick up a couple. Coming through Blanchemont. Into the chicane. Look, pretty decent to me.
Yeah, but it's hard to spot, Jack, because all these guys are clean and consistent. They're not all fast. So that was not, apparently, fast through there. I couldn't tell you the difference. But it was a second and a half.
Yeah, it's still pretty impressive with, Hefner and Kirkbride there, sitting 4 and 5 right now.
Yep.
Gee, sort of surprised me. I was taking a look at the penalties there, folks, from last week. A lot of shenanigans going on last week, but we had no quals, which I guess they're just CC maybe just resorting to throwing the baggage onto the cars.
Well, Jack, they like to do no quals for first lap incidents, and they like to do wait for anything else. That's my understanding. So if it happened late in the race, it's wait. If it happened even on lap 2 sometimes, it's wait. But if it happened on lap 1 and you ruined somebody's race, it's no qual.
There you go, folks. All cleared up by our resident expert, Jake Feemster. Zabo out on a hot one.
Yep. Another hot one. Montgomery moves up to 10th. Sabo on the grass.
A little bit there, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe checking out the grip out there.
Maybe so.
But he's got to keep it together for this last little section here, and he could really put down a smoker.
Yeah, he's quicker in sector 2. Oh, a little bit of rotation over on the last chicane there. I wonder if that's going to cost him. It looks like it did.
It will. It will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, went in a little hot and happy into that chicane.
Chris Moses looking fast through sector 1.
Just saw that pop up, Jake, and yeah, by a big shot there, by 0.3 of a second. That's if he can keep that up, or even keep his normal pace up for the rest of the lap, you know, that'll take him into the 2:15s.
Yep.
Again, as usual, you know, we've got like the top 11 drivers within 1 second, and being a 2-minute track, 2-minute plus track, you know, it's a testament to how competitive it is on Thursday. But still room here, folks. You want to grab a car, join in the action, contact the CCs, get it all together.
Yeah, a lot of room here. In fact, we got 35 spots, so 33 for drivers. But unfortunately, Al can't be with us because he's affected by the weather up there in the Northeast. So bad luck for Al.
P4 for Chris Moses.
Yep, I knew he was going to move up there. I think that's David Maros, and I believe he's playing from mobile connection because his internet's out. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully not too bad.
You know, we got Moses Joy out here tonight. We also have Eminem. Michael McKinday is back again after his great second place podium finish last week.
Yep, he's a regular season driver.
So Parsons is taking the top spot at a 2:15.662 with Zabo coming around. It looks like he has got a pretty good one going, and he retakes it.
Wow.
By a big margin too.
Yeah.
Well, you know, almost 0.3 of a second. And that is the server best time right now. Mark DeGraw has joined us in the chat room. Welcome, Mark. Your wife just come back from Mexico. Where the heck were you? So, right now, Zabo, Parsons, Kirkbride, Moses, Ludden, Maris, Hefner, Joliker, Poole, and Montgomery. Top 10 right now. So Ludden out on track through Les Gomes with a pretty decent lap going so far. John Ludden driving the Porsche. So all these times are rather good. You know, I gotta, you know, all the way through the whole field. Incredible pace these guys have.
Yep.
PB just put up by Bjorn Heyman. Bjorn sitting in 18th right now. And John sort of has lost his first sector advantage there in the second sector as he comes around Blanchemont. Going to need a really clean chicane here to be able to advance on this one. And not enough. But it would appear most of these guys are out, with enough fuel for a few laps. So,
right.
Scuttlebutt. What's the scuttlebutt out there, Jake? They're going to run softs. They're going to run hards.
Yeah, softs and stop once apparently. Is that what I read?
I saw that. Let's not hold our breath though. These guys are cagey operators.
You think these guys lie to us, Jack?
Well, I'm not saying lie, Jake, but they're might not give us all the truth. So Brad Maris out on a good first sector.
You always pick him up right when I do.
Hey, we're just like that group, that young pop group, NSYNC or whatever it is.
There you go.
But Brad's second sector almost lost everything he had, everything and more. Brad coming around to finish out his lap.
Moves up to 4th. Jolicoeur moves up to 6th.
And they are all pushing really hard at this point. They got about enough for maybe 2 or 3 laps. So, where are you on track there, Jake?
I was following Brad, but yeah, now he's. Let's follow Moses.
Yeah, I've been watching Chris Moses there. He's running just about even flat now. He had a really good first sector. Picked up a tenth of a second in the first sector and lost a tenth in the second sector. So it's going to be close. Let's look at that. It's he's a thousandth away from Brad Maris's time. As he goes through the chicane, hits the hammer down.
So much time can be lost there, not really any time to gain. So he slots in above Brad. He's going to go out again.
Yeah, he's picked up, one spot there.
He and Jolicoeur may improve here. He does. He hops above Brad.
So, a little bit of a shake-up there late in qualifying.
Yep, we'll see what Brad can do as he comes around and finishes out lap pretty soon.
And that 2:16.042 is a PB for Ian Joliker. Parsons out on a hot lap.
I don't think he's going to take first here.
No. It's going to all come down to this last sector. And he can see by his onboard timing and parks it. So Brad going to give it a last hurrah. Dan Thorpe sits a PB at 2:16.579.
Well, you know that Brad, is a little more in it. Kirkbride with 30 kilograms up there, 3/10 faster. So, but man, look at that train of cars Brad's in front of. Not close enough to interfere with each other, but close enough to be a distraction. A lot of guys getting their last lap in right now, or second to last.
Yeah, they got some space though. They got some space.
Yep.
It's good. It's good.
Everybody we got 4 cars in the pits, and everybody else is on the track.
Well, Brad's definitely lost it there in the. Well, he might still improve. I mean, look at that. Joliker's at a 0.655 behind Sabo's time, and it's a 0.662 for Maris. So they're really close.
Yeah, he needs so little to get a couple spots. Oh, yep. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Now Taylor hops in front by a couple thousand. And here's Brad's time. Oh, worse. Oh, he's done another lap. No, he doesn't.
No, he's done. But Taylor set his PB just then, and that was a great time, a 2:16.046.
I don't think that's what Brad's thinking.
No, not when Brad's sitting there with a 2:16.049.
Yep.
And Joliker with an 0:42. That's what I say. It just crazy close timings here.
Yep.
And again, we got the top 10, maybe top 11 drivers within a second of your pole sitter, Peter Szabo.
Yeah, not that Peter Szabo didn't try to run away with it, and he still is. Look at this sector 2.
Yeah, in overtime through Blanchemont. He's already got the track server best time already, but maybe able to drop that down a bit.
All right, Szabo doesn't improve.
No. So and Johnny McIntyre has just joined us. Getting home late, coming across the border. So John's in the house. Good to see you. And that's probably where she's going to finish there. I don't see anybody else with a time that might improve them. Maybe John Ludden. John might improve his time just a hair.
I'm watching Ian Jolicoeur to see if he can. Looks like somebody just spinned off track ahead of Jolicoeur.
Well, I think that's going to be it.
Yeah. Cup it. not sure if he went over the line in time. Must have. We're waiting on him.
It would appear so.
And he doesn't improve.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Andrew Werner just hopped in. I guess guys are resetting their equipment and stuff. So
Yeah, Werner got time lapse in. He's sitting at P12.
Yep, a lot of laps for some of these guys. 10 laps, 8 laps. Some 9s, a couple 6s thrown in there.
Yeah, they were definitely trying tonight.
Did Johnny Mac get a no qual?
No, he just arrived late, and
okay.
John is in San Diego, and this is just about his time for getting home from work.
I see, yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so 3 seconds and we'll be on the grid.
Yeah, right. So that was quite the show, actually, put on by Podium Hunters. If I think anyway, with the weight they're carrying.
Well, Hefner ended up in 10th, so it definitely costed him.
Well, he's probably going to try to shed some of that poundage. I mean, he can't keep carrying around 70K.
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice. Yeah.
And there was a little bit of chatter last week. I was talking with some of the guys after last week's race, and some of them were complaining about the ballast, but it is I think one of the fairest ways to try and even out the field so that we don't have runaway winner every week. Oh, you want to run them down there, Jake? Jake?
Sorry, just ran through the whole order with my mic muted. Peter Szabo is in first place. Kieran Parsons will start second. Kevin Kirkbride will start third. Chris Moses fourth. Ian Jolicoeur fifth. Matt Taylor sixth. Brad Mary seventh. John Ludden will start eighth. David Poole will start in ninth, and Zach Hefner in 10th.
Matt Lehmann's in 11th. Andrew Werner in 12th. Salem Montgomery in 13th. David Maros in 14th. Dan Thorpe in 15th. Michael McKinday in 16th. Jesse Olson in 17th. Sam Rolfe in 18th. Bjorn Heyman in 19th. Jonathan Cuppett in 20th.
Toward the rear, we've got Moses Choi in 21st. Chuck Carter 22nd. Sergio Calderon will start 23rd. Omar Gomez 24th. And then John McIntyre, as you said, getting here late, starting in the back.
And, geez, I hope we can disappear off the track before Johnny Mac has to make evasive maneuvers to get around us.
It happens on the 4th light, I think, so it should be okay.
Ah, good. So, championship, drivers' championship. Kirkbride is in front with 78. Hefner with 67. Szabo with 56. Ludden 48. Montgomery with 47. Big Al Merriman with 36. Sean Ricker with 33. McKinday with 33. Brad Maris with 30. And Moses with 27. That's your top 10 drivers. So, geez,
yeah,
they're gonna have to. Podium Hunters is gonna, they're gonna have to look for a big finish by Kirkbride. He's got to keep it together tonight because the team, they're out in front with 145 points. RPM's got 133. And got to go by 66.05, 62, PMR 53, Robbers Dogs 52, and Purple Helmets 51. So in the middle of the pack there's quite a battle going on. PMR, Robber Dogs, and Purple Helmets, 53, 52, 51. Like I said, RPM, if they can put a good showing here together tonight, they could make some gains, inroads on podium hunters.
Yeah, it's a good time to do that. Let's see, where's Salem? He's out of the top 10. 13th.
Lights are up.
Zabo with a good start, and they are all over the place here. Oh, I hope
Yeah,
this is okay.
I got 4 wide.
Oh, that's Kirkbride got
3
spun
wide.
there.
Chuck Carter, Kirkbride's, and getting himself turned around.
Oh, that's somebody sideways there. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a mess. Wow. Mess up the hill. I cannot tell what's going on, Jack.
I'm all over the place trying to follow it myself.
Okay. Wow. These guys should absolutely line up and get off of each other because this is just going to cause problems.
They are bunched up incredibly. I'm not seeing much giveaway here.
Oh,
who did we lose?
We didn't lose anybody. He came back, but I think it was, I don't know.
Well, I got David Poole sitting at the back of the pack right now.
Uh-oh.
So, Poole's, Moses Choi is dropping like a fly there.
Yep.
Don't know what happened there. But, just as we expected, we got just an FYI, now there's more action going on in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah.
But Parsons is trying to keep Zabo in check as those two trying to make a break. Two great drivers, but boy, that middle of the pack.
Yeah, it's a mess.
They're starting to get strung out now, but boy, they're not showing much patience early on.
No.
They got 36 laps.
Interesting to see if Kirkbride, I don't know how damaged he is. Looks like his suspension's okay. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, a little crinkly on the front end there, but the glass is intact. Spoilers look good, so he should be all right. But both him and Poole, being at the back of the pack there, have got their work cut out for them.
Now Parsons has moved up to first, and Chris Moses all the way up to third place. So looking good for PMR right now. Looks like Chris is easily able to keep up with Peter Zabo.
Well, yeah. Parsons out in front, Zabo, Moses, Jolicoeur, and Taylor. So it is. Moses Choi has pulled the plug. But
yep.
They're keeping them honest up at the front there. Those top 5 guys. So a lot of action early here. And the chat room, Kirkbride went to the back. Yes, he did, but he's up in the 20th already, so he's making his own headway here. So Parsons, Zabo, Moses, Jolicoeur, Taylor, Ludden, Werner, Lehmann, and Maris and Montgomery.
Yeah.
A lot of yellow on the board, though.
Yeah. I'm still not sure these guys are done wrecking.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Matt Taylor and Ian Jolicoeur are going pretty close bumper to bumper there, and the same with Moses is all over the back of Peter Szabo. Moses into La Source.
Thinks about it.
Peter just hugging that concrete barrier there. Down through Eau Rouge.
Kevin Kirkbride said it should be a Nissan and McLaren show. It is in the top for the podium position so far, at least, but it's a long race. It's a long race. All right.
Well, right now, Jay's PMR is looking pretty good, and it's sitting in 1 and 3 right now.
Yeah, further back, looks like Kirkbride's really looking for a way past David Poole, but as you said, I think both these guys are back here because of incidents early. They're going to have pace to move up, so.
Well, they both have the pace to move up through the pack, but I don't know if they both have the patience.
Yeah, exactly. It's a frustrating thing that happens. All right, we're going to hop up to Michael McKinday as he's taking it to Salem.
Right there with you. I just jumped up there just before you mentioned that. Jake, we seem to be again in the sync. McKinday, our last week surprise P2 podium placement. M&M, as I'm going to call him, and Monty are duking it out in P10. So Salem's moved up a couple of spots, and so has McKinday's moved up a few spots as well.
Yeah, well, you know, with Kirkbride at the back, and I don't know who else is up there, but we've had a couple spins, so they've gotten a couple for free.
And this is an interesting battle there. You know, the McLaren, as you mentioned, is supposed to be one of the hot cars at this track. Well, he's carrying 20K, but McKinday's got 30K on that Ferrari.
Yeah, that's for his second place.
Yeah, and doing quite well there. So, geez. Now, boy, they're starting to heat up all over the place here.
A lot of curb there for Michael.
Yeah, he is going to need to be tucked right up behind him, you know, on that Kimmel straight to get any sort of a draft off that McLaren. That Ferrari just does not have the legs, but it sure looks like he can outpace him in these corners.
We'll adopt the gear app that Al uses, because I wanted to see how Michael was had the gearbox set up. We talked about how that Ferrari's a little weird with the power, where the power is low in the rev range.
Well, he is definitely shifting it in the lower ranges.
Yep. We saw
he is not even getting into the red on on my gauges here. So
yeah. Well, you
I
saw
know you had talked to him about it, Jake. So obviously he was listening to you.
Oh, he could have figured that out on his own, but yeah, he saw last week didn't seem as restricted in terms of top speed, so that definitely helped in his race result.
Come on, Jake. Take credit where credit's due. You tipped him off and put him in the right direction. Attaboy. So, oh boy, got a good up in the front there.
Going up front here.
Great race up there. They're all tight in together, but holy jumping, they're all tight. 1 to 10, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. Holy jumping. It's going to be hard to know where to focus right now, folks.
Yeah, looks like Chris and Parsons turned in 2:16s for us. Parsons at 2:16.5 on lap 3. That's pretty impressive. a second slower than qualifying.
And we got to welcome Big Al Merriman to the chat room. Why is Brad back there? Brad is back in P9 and is not that far off the pace. In good shape. Don't worry, Al. Brad's doing the best he can right now. Got a little bit of a freight train going in front of him, but he's keeping them all honest. And actually, he's not far off a P5 if you actually take a good look at it.
Yep.
So that Parsons, Zabo, Moses have stretched themselves out. They were getting really nip and tuck there for a while, but now it's like from P4 all the way, like I was saying, to P11. They've got a pretty good freight train going there. Everybody's within sight.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
Looks like Kirkbride just got spun. Or spun himself, one of the two.
Yep. He's getting her turned around there. It looks like he might have got tangled up with Sam Rolfe.
Rolfe feels responsible, and so he waits there. Guess there might have been a little bump. Bad luck for Kirkbride as he tries to make his way forward. That's not going to help. Oh.
And David Poole all over the back of Jesse Olsen as he tries to make his way forward.
Yeah, good timing, Jack. Oh, wow. So David on the inside there can't make it work there. It nearly looked like they were going to collide. And Tuppet ahead might have made a mistake. I'm not sure. Looked real wide ahead of those guys.
Well, if there's action on track, we will get it.
Yep, I hope so.
Cool, looking on the outside, taking it wide here, but just going to have to hang on until he gets through Eau Rouge and try and get him on the Kimmel Straight.
Picking up that battle for 15th again. Oh, but there's also Brad Mary's closing in.
Whoa, Jesse Olsen takes it way wide, swings back in. David Poole got a run on him. Which way you going? So, Jesse getting it all wrong through Eau Rouge. Not all wrong, he didn't lose it totally, but didn't get it all right either. So, Poole.
Yep, Poole gets by.
And that should have been, some of the patience that maybe Captain Kirk should have shown.
Well, Kirk got bumped from behind, so.
So a little farther up, we got Matt Lehmann all over Andrew Werner, who's trying to chase down John Ludden, who's got Matt Taylor in his sights, who has got Ian Jolicoeur in his sight.
Yeah.
And right behind Matt Lehmann is Brad Barris. And the gotta go Barbie Pink Lambo. Had to say that for you, Al.
Sure, he appreciates it.
Oh, he's probably cursing us right now. But hey, we're here. We've got control of the booth, and hope you get your power back soon. All in tight there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got a bunch of old NAGP veterans going here. Parsons, Moses, Jolicoeur, Taylor, Ludden, Werner, Maris, Montgomery, all in the top 10. Not surprising as we run Spa every year.
Yeah, each of those guys is very intimately familiar with this track.
So Brad Maris now giving Matt Lehmann a whole bunch of rear view mirror of Lambo. And a little, shout out there for Matt Lehmann's done a great job, with the Mercedes there. Coming in this season.
Yep.
And just as an FYI, David Poole has gotten by Jonathan Cuppet, is now sitting in 14th. So Poole making his way forward. But
these guys,
middle battling, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, these guys overdid it early, Jack, and now they're not getting alongside each other. It seems like they're lined up in order of speed, but here's Ludden closing the gap on Matt Taylor, really closing the gap on Matt Taylor.
Yep, coming on like a freight train. Into the chicane. Oh, Taylor looks like he got that little sideways.
Yep.
Looks like Ludden has a bit of an advantage there.
Yep, looks a little quicker.
Let's see if he can capitalize on it.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
Well, we'll find out when he goes through Eau Rouge here if he's got enough to grab a draft on the Kemmel Straight.
Looks like he's not quite close enough, Jack. In fact, looks like that Audi has more top end.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to have to be like on his bumper, through Eau Rouge, which is a dicey proposition. But you can see through here, the Porsche's got really good handling and can really keep up, very well to that Audi, in the more technical parts of the track.
Parsons in the lead, Peter Szabo in second place, keeping him honest in second gap there. That gap's somewhat stable. Chris Moses looks like he's fallen back a little bit. And there's a more significant gap to Peter Szabo. Ian Jolicoeur's hanging out in fourth spot. Matt Taylor in fifth. Ludden right on his bumper, as you described, Jack. He really seems to be doing better, I guess, through sector 2. Because he's always close right here.
Yeah, he's going to have to keep it tight all the way through, to get onto that into the straight there.
Yeah, he gets
to get a draft.
Right, he gets the high speed section of the track.
Maris takes Lehmann at the chicane. Matt Lehmann and Brad Maris side by side. Looks like Maris got around.
Yep.
And, I hate to distract everybody, but Ludden is tucked up behind Taylor, so got some great battles going on here.
Yeah, Taylor with a better exit off the hairpin there.
Might still not be close enough there.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
You'd need a little, maybe a little closer this time, but Ludden's really going to have to lay it all out there if he wants to try and take that position on the Kemmel Straight.
I don't think he can take a position on the Kemmel Straight. I think he's got to take a position somewhere else to see what he can do.
Well, the only way you can get him on the Kemmel Straight is what?
Mistake from Ludden there. Not too bad. Yeah, just caught a little bit of extra in the green.
But on the Kemmel, he's got to be tucked up right behind him. I mean, in Eau Rouge, he's got to be right up his tailpipe.
I don't know that they can do that, Jack, without running wide, but we'll see. See how close he gets here, and here's a long sweeper.
Well, you know, the guy sitting in the catbird position here is Andrew Werner.
Right.
You know, he's got a little bit of a gap there, a 1 second gap back to this, but I bet you know, we're saying go at it, go at it, go at it. I smell 5th place coming to me.
Yeah,
Two
and
guys duke it out, and I'm going to get 5th.
right, Werner with Mary's now defending from
Matt Lehmann.
Yeah, Matt Lehmann. Not much to worry about for Andrew Werner. That gap behind him is opened up.
No, you know, and good on Matt. You know, he's Brad took that position. You know, Matt had a little bit of a bobble, but Matt's coming right back at him.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure, you know, just an FYI what happened, but Michael McKinday is back in 18th, and he is now putting some pressure on John McIntyre. But I don't know what happened there to put McKinday so far back.
Yeah, don't know.
Now, is Ludden up close enough this time?
No.
Well, that's as close as he's ever been. But look at, geez, I got a real good cam on him, and I can just see that Audi just inching away.
Yeah, it's like the same distance, and then as they get to their top speed. Yep. Yeah, he's close. He's just gonna have to get.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets by in the curvy section, if he's gonna be able to hang on to it. But look, he's immediately right up on there on the bumper of Matt Taylor.
Yeah, you know, it looks like, yes, you know, just as he made a move there to have a look on the inside. That's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to look on the inside of Taylor, try and outbreak him, and maybe outnerve him. It's the only way to get by him. It almost looks like, you know, Ludden has got some pace on Taylor.
It's like, certainly through the second sector, he wouldn't be getting so close to him if he wasn't faster. And look, he keeps looking like he's going to go consider the outside, but further back, Poole and Hefner are now battling. Hefner's let. I don't know about that. Hefner was on the inside there in a weird spot. May have been letting David by. I'm not sure.
No, I don't. I don't think that's in you know, Zach's DNA. Even though it's for P13, that's definitely not. You know, Zach and David Poole, they're two super competitive guys. They're going to go at it, even though it's for P13.
Yep. All right, I'm going to leave you on Ludden for a minute here, as he's still right on Matt Taylor's bumper. I need to go get some water.
Absolutely. And just as a quick FYI, Parsons off with Moses, Jolicoeur, Taylor, and Ludden. And the battle that's been going on for a few laps here is John Ludden just cannot find the top end speed out of that Porsche to get by Matt Taylor's Audi. And it definitely isn't going to happen this time around. And John Ludden should maybe just concentrate on putting in good, solid laps at this point. So behind Ludden is, just a FYI, I know we're on Ludden right now, Andrew Werner, Brad Maris, Matt Lehmann, Salem Montgomery, David Marosh, Dan Thorpe, David Poole, Zach Hefner, John Olson, Jonathan Cuppett, Michael McKinday, John McIntyre, Chuck Carter, Kevin Kirkbride, Sergio Calderon, and Omar Gomez. That is the way they're running right now. So we can see Taylor is stretching that out there. But Brad Maris is now coming in behind Werner. And Andrew Werner has got his hands full of a Lambo now. and Werner's carrying 20 kg, and Brad Maris has got none. So we'll see how that transpires.
We saw John Ludden catch a big curb there. It's going to cost him even more time. That gap, yeah, as you said, the Matt opened it up. Hop back to Cuppet.
Absolutely. Jonathan Cuppet in the Audi. Jesse Olsen in the Audi. A pair of Audis duking it out here for P15.
That's right. Those colors so different. I didn't even notice they were the same car for a second there. But yes, indeed. Different headlights, actually. That's really interesting.
Oh, never noticed that.
Maybe it's just that Olsen's are on and Cuppets are off. I don't know.
Could very well be.
Ooh, Cuppet getting wheel spin there.
Different colored.
Yeah.
Olsen's got the
yellow
the fog lights going.
Yeah.
So, good little battle still going on here. You know, it looks like Parsons has got a 1.5 second gap over Zabo. They've sort of widened that gap out to Chris Moses. You know, Chris is maybe 3 seconds back of Peter Zabo. And Jolicoeur's running all by himself in P4. So it's Taylor, Ludden, Werner, Maris, Lehmann. That's where the battle's going on.
Michael McKinday off track again. Not sure what that was about. He's into the pits.
He's into the pits.
So is he stopping at the end of?
He at 12:36.
I don't know. That must be that. He could be early, slightly early for a 2-stop, but I think he's just repairing for damage.
Absolutely. It looks like he's got crinkly front end. So he has pulled the plug.
He's
Michael
done.
McKinday has pulled the plug.
Yep. So not a spa guy, I guess, or he just had that much trouble early. But he didn't qualify too well. We've seen him qualify really well on the tracks he's familiar with. So.
No. I was watching him in early practice, and it looked like he was struggling trying to get the handling set up around here.
Yeah.
But you can see 1, 2, Parsons and Zabo. Parsons, Zabo, Moses, Jolicoeur, Taylor, Ludden, Werner, Maris, Lehmann, and Montgomery. Spa people.
Yeah. Oh, that's somebody pulling off there in a red Ferrari. That's Gomez. I think it looks like he's done. Yep, he's done.
Omar pulling the plug.
Didn't really seem to have the pace there, but
no, but nothing wrong with the car, and he has pulled the plug.
Parsons, lots of curb there. Extremely fast.
So the Ferraris are out.
Yep, no more Ferraris. Is that right?
It's too bad. That Michael really was making that Ferrari look pretty decent.
Yeah, he was. You're not kidding.
For a car nobody wanted.
Yeah.
So it looks like
hopping
Brad
up.
Maris
Yep.
is trying to track down Andrew Werner, but he's been doing that for a couple of laps now.
Yeah, he has.
But they're all in close together. Taylor, Ludden, Werner, and Maris. I mean, they're all within sight of each other. And we're about 1/3 of the way through our 36 laps of Spa.
Absolutely.
And just as a little FYI, a little farther back, Hefner and Poole. But poor old Kevin Kirkbride is still sitting back there in P19 and trying to chase down Chuck Carter for P18. gonna have to get up with you, Kevin, to add some points to your team total, which is going to be critical. This week's sort of going to be a big equalizer.
Yeah, pretty surprising. I mean, these guys like Spa, you know, and just that seemed like bad luck early in the race. So I'm hopping up front as Parsons is losing time to Zavo through the. That's just the chicane. Chicane. Timing doesn't know what's going on through the chicane.
That's okay, Jake. Hey, he's still keeping Parsons honest.
Yeah, the gap
else,
is solid. It's
you know,
staying there. Parsons turning.
A 1 second gap is not much. You know, a little slip, a little bobble. So they've just got to get in and put down some very consistent laps. And talking about consistency, you know, this season has been incredible. When I take a look at the consistency, you know, lap time consistency of these drivers is amazing. You know, they're like running in the 98s, 99s, you know, percent consistency. It's just inconceivable to an old fart like me how you guys can do this for laps on end.
Kevin Kirkbride chasing down Chuck Carter.
All over the back of him through the chicane.
Wonder if he's going to make a move on the straight.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's Porsche.
Yep.
Yep, there it goes.
In the draft.
Yep.
And boom.
Oh.
Whoa. A little side by side, and Chuck is in the room. Good on you, Chuck. But
yeah.
Probably gave him a little bit of a pucker moment there.
Sharing the left side of the track there. So that puts Kirkbride in 18th. He's got a long ways to go. And we'll see. Try to keep an eye on him as he moves up the field.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got about 7 seconds to catch up to McIntyre. Actually, he's about 20 seconds out of the points completely. Brad Maris, Andrew Werner, John Ludden. 6, 7, and 8 as they go through the chicane. So we're only a few laps away from pit lane rotations.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And it looks like all these guys are going to do one stop, Jack. One stop at the softs.
Yeah, and from what I can see, you know, they were not lying this time around. Well, I won't say that. The intel was consistent.
Yeah.
It looked like, Brad Maris on the outside going around Andrew Werner.
Yep. Same move Kirkbride just pulled.
And gets it done. So the Nissan gives way to the Lambo. And that puts Maris into P7. But Werner's still there. Oh boy, 15 laps in, and that gap for P1 has not really changed that much. It's hovering right around a second. It's been there since probably the 3rd lap and hasn't changed. So
yeah, well, and crucially, Parsons holds fastest lap. So I think if we just look at the pace these guys are capable of, it looks like Parsons can go faster. But we did hear from the intel that as the tires wore on, especially really late in the stint, and we're almost there, these guys will pit at the end of lap 18. They're about to start lap 16. They may start struggling for grip up the hill. So we'll see if we see any cuts at that point. I'm watching Parsons now to see how he gets around as he's about to go down the hill.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They're only a tenth of a second off their best lap times, and they're almost dead even for their current lap times.
Wow, that was, yeah. They are cutting more of the area past the curb. I'm not sure.
Well, they're using all of the track. There's no doubt about that. Both of them.
Just barely need to keep wheels on the right side there, and that'll count. So. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, they're all pretty spaced out right now, Jake.
Yeah, they are. Well, it'll get interesting when we go to the pits.
And that will be coming up probably in 2.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody like Jolicoeur might stretch it out to, 3 more laps.
Right.
But there, once Brad Maris got around Andrew Werner, he's got himself a little bit of a gap, a couple of second gaps. So maybe Maris had a bit of pace there.
Yeah, we'll see if he can fight his way up to John Ludd. Yes, he can. It's going to take him a while. It will be after pit stops. He's a couple tenths faster, so with 20 laps, he can make that happen. But actually, with 20 laps, there's going to be some unexpected factor come along. We don't have any lap cars to deal with except for Sergio Calderon right now. He's getting passed by Taylor.
And Matt Taylor went by like lickety split. Whoa. And behind him is Ludd. So, Brad Maris now coming up on Sergio.
Sergio taking the
outside
Sergio hanging
it way out. Attaboy. Way to go, Sergio. Not the easiest thing to do, folks. Is it can be quite the pain in the patootie. To be constantly getting blue flags, waved at you all the time. It's not fun. Believe me. Take my word for it. I am the blue flag king. So, good on you, Sergio. That was well done to let those guys by.
These guys are so close to cutting at the top of the hill.
Well, 5 cuts, and it's going to cost them a lap. So
yeah, no kidding. They better not cut it close.
and costing you a lap, that's going to cost you a podium if you're up there.
Right.
But you know what? Right now you got Parsons, Zabo, Moses, Jolicoeur, Taylor, Ludd, Maris, Werner. They know how many they've cut. They know.
Right.
They can tell. So they'll be counting, and if they come under pressure, it may cost them. Salem Montgomery just getting around Sergio. So Sergio, you're doing a great job out there. I honestly believe that. But hold on, Sergio. You got David Maros coming up.
Oh, no.
So. What'd you say oh no for?
What? Oh, I nothing. Just talking about his internet.
All right. 17 out of 36. So Parsons staying out. I'm going to do another lap.
Yep, they'll finish lap 18. Get fully halfway.
And you know who's caught right up to the back end of Chris Moses is Ian Jolicoeur. So not like up for a pass or anything,
right,
but he's right up behind him now. So he's doing well there.
Yeah, Moses' mistake on lap 16 looks like.
Werner in the pits.
First to blink.
So, you know what? Kevin Kirkbrad is still sitting, this is an FYI here, still sitting behind Johnny McIntyre. I think he's just out, putting laps in.
Yeah, these guys look, Buddy Motors looking like they're off the pace. Ooh, that was Lehmann getting past Jolicoeur. Didn't see that coming.
No, and Montgomery's going by Jolicoeur too.
What is going on with Ian Jolicoeur? Oh, he's damaged, badly damaged in the front end of that car. Interesting.
Yes, he punted it off. He punted it off there, probably at Eau Rouge.
Yeah.
And we missed it.
Whoops.
So Montgomery's looking to take advantage of that. Ian is probably pounding his fist right now because he was sitting in fourth. And you know what? You called it again, Jake. You did say these tires were going to get a little dicey here at the end of the stint, and you're right.
Yeah.
You lost it. So, Monty in the McLaren chasing down Ian Jolicoeur, and all up his tailpipe.
Not leaving much room for air there.
Now I got my sort of sky cam going here, and whew, that was close.
Parsons into the pits. Sabo into the pits. Moses. I bet he's going into the pits, and he does. Matt Taylor.
Take it inside.
Oh, sorry, that's Jolicoeur. Hop back to Jolicoeur, yep.
So Montgomery jumped leapfrog Jolicoeur, but they're all going in now.
Taylor
and
pits, Ludden pits, Brad pits.
It's going to be crazy.
Lehmann pits, Jolicoeur pits. So anybody who did not pit, stay right here and answer that question. Actually,
no, I think they're all in. Everybody, wholesale. It's a wholesale deal here.
Move here and watch everybody come out. That's 15. Parsons and Szabo. Szabo gains some time there and comes out right behind Parsons. So good pit work there by Peter Szabo. Moses in third, stays third. Matt Taylor comes out fourth. I think that's where he was. Then Ludden.
Yeah.
Werner
all over the back of Ludden, though. I mean, all over the back.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Ludden in that Porsche, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold off his knees on the Kimmel Straight.
So a definite hierarchy of top speeds here.
And he's swinging out, taking the outside.
And that's
and boy, just
Brad.
blew by John.
Brad's going to try and take advantage. Oh, not quite.
Whoa. Ludden and Werner in close, tight, and Brad going, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I smell fifth.
Oh, Brad, whoa. Brad has to nearly.
Oh, Ludden on the inside, Brad break to the outside. I love it.
Abandoned his line there as he was concerned he was going to run into the back of John Ludden. So was I. Here's Szabo.
And Ludden took the inside curve because I think he thought he was going to get clipped.
Szabo's putting pressure on Parsons now. And it's a good time because the first stint does not matter.
Well, the first 35 laps don't really matter. But you know what? The way these guys started this first lap tonight, that had to be the messiest first lap I've seen.
That was, they've been remarkably clean. You've had, like you said, not a lot of no calls this season, not a lot of first lap incidents. They've been really, especially even where you're concerned that it's going to get bad, they've been really clean. And that's Szabo making a mistake.
All wrong there. Now the gap's 1.5.
That's that gap. That's Parsons' gap right there. So we'll see how that affects it.
No, but as you were saying, they've been great all year.
Yeah, that was absolutely everybody coming in thinking, Yeah, I know Spa. I'm good at Spa and really getting impatient. I think you're right about that.
Or could it be, Jake, the boss is the way, the cats will play?
Yeah, that could be it, Jack. That might be it.
Maybe,
You're onto
maybe,
something there.
maybe.
Yep.
I don't know, but they seem to let her all hang out there on lap 1 tonight. 20 out of 36, and that was the first mistake I'd seen Peter Zabo really make there. Pull on the inside.
Good timing.
Looking at Hefner. This would be a good drag race.
Yeah, we'll see who comes out ahead here. I'm just hopped on board David Poole's car.
Well, Hefner's got 70 kilos on board, so
yeah, maybe not that good. Oh, but Poole gets it wrong through there.
I don't know if that was so wrong. I'm honest.
He missed the apex by half a car width on the inside. And yeah, I think it cost him. You see Hefner pulling away now. 70 kilograms or no. All right, hopping further up to Brad Marys seems to be closing the gap to John Ludden. And yep.
Well, he was. John taking the inside on that curb, throwing a little dust up. Maybe he's throwing a little dust up, telling Brad, "Get off my tailpipe."
I don't think that's gonna work, Jack.
It won't work with Brad.
Sergio's out. And that means that everybody in this race 19 cars, everybody is on the lead lap.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
20 guys on the lead lap.
Pretty well done by these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to get back into Thursday night racing. So I can, be the guy on the 1 lap down.
Yeah. Oh, and Brad gets that quite wrong. That was strange.
Yeah, in through Blanchemont, he should have had no problem there.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Broadcaster's curse, I guess.
Hefner and Poole still...
yep, absolutely. Poole was behind, now ahead.
Here. Now, with Ludden and Maris, and Werner as well. I mean, Werner's just up ahead. He's not far up ahead. But somebody who's joined this practice here is Matt Lehmann. And Matt Lehmann's not far behind Brad Maris right now. And boy, I'm just on board with Matt Lehmann just as he's going down the Kemmel Straight. That Mercedes has got some grunt.
Yep.
He closed up on that Lambo Brad Maris in that straightaway alone. So good on him. So John Ludd. Oh, Brad catching a little bit too much of that curb there, but John Ludden. Brad has been trying to fight and get by. It is now coming under pressure from Matt Lehmann. "21 out of 36. You got just an FYI here. Parsons, Zabo, Moses. So we got a 1.5 second lead. Parsons over Zabo. Doesn't sound like much, but it's as big as it's been all night, folks.
It's stable too. It's not changing. Zabo not being able to pick up the pace. We saw what happened to Detroit. He made that mistake and lost the whole second when he was half a second behind Parsons. So it's not how he's going to retain second. He doesn't want to take risks like that. He knows what's at stake. So I bet we will not see Zabo pushing to take the fight to Parsons. He's probably going to stay where he's at. He's going to see if Parsons makes a mistake. But,
these guys are lapping in the 216s.
Yeah.
I mean, they're giving it. They're going to be exhausted. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's a torrid pace, and I don't know if they can go any faster.
Right.
I know I couldn't go that fast.
Yeah. Parsons just turned to 216 too, so he's widening that gap to Peter Zabo. seconds now, over 2 seconds.
Yeah, Zawo's last lap was 2:16, almost 2:67. So good on both of them, though. And Chris Moses sitting in 3rd place. You know, he's got an 8-second gap between Zabo and himself, and he's got an 11-second gap to P4 Matt Taylor. So, you know, as long as Chris can just put in decent laps, keep his time in the 2:16s, high 2:16s, he's going to be just fine. The real battle back here is going on between, you know, and it really is. It's going to be, you know, Warner, Ludden, Maris, and Matt Lehmann.
Yeah, I just saw
Brad Maris was all up the back of John Ludden again. So
absolutely,
these guys are going to be sweating it out. That's 22 out of 36 in the book.
Yep, it's going by pretty quick. Feel like Spa always does.
All right, thanks, Mark. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yep.
That was our Tune in to Win winner.
It was.
Yes, his beautiful Motorsport Retro shirt is in the mail. So, great action here. Still late in this race. Geez, you know, when Matt Taylor sitting in P4, but, you know, Andrew Warner's not that far behind him in P5. And then we got this gaggle. So, really, these guys here are really, you know, all the way back to Matt Lehmann. Oh, and we've got Brad Maris on the inside of John Ludden. Ludden trying to do the squeeze play to Lehmann. Lehmann looking on the outside.
Really seemed like a little bit of blocking there by Brad. Forced move by Brad as he makes it too wide through the chicane, the bus stop there. Really slowed those guys down, and Matt Lehmann just right there. But of course, when he's too wide through the bus stop, there's nowhere to go around. So he just had to wait his turn. But now he's right on the tail of these guys. So it's the best chance he's going to get is John Ludden's going to try to get right back by here.
I'm just nodding my head. You are absolutely right. You know, and I thought maybe that Mercedes would close the gap a little quicker there on that Kemmel Straight, but obviously it didn't.
Oh,
Just Ludden all over the back of Harris. Maybe John's a little frustrated there.
Yeah, he was really able to keep up in the draft, even with that
Whoa, Lehmann. Really late braking there. I thought he was going to run the back end of Ludden.
Getting a little impatient is Matt Lehmann, it looks like.
Boy, great action here. You know, they're not that far behind Taylor.
No.
You know, really, these guys needed just to put in solid laps and try and close that gap up and get up there, because it's not far up there. Taylor, they can see him up there. Although I think all they're seeing right now is the car behind them in their rearview mirror, to be perfectly honest with you, because they're in pretty close together to be in 23 laps right now.
Peanut Gallery is accusing Brad of blocking.
Well,
you can report that one to the competition.
Yeah, well, we'll see what John Ludden has to say about that afterwards.
I bet he won't say a single thing.
Well, you never know. You know what? I got to say, I have never seen such a woeful season as this season at ATP. So
yeah,
it's not gonna surprise me at all. Nothing's gonna surprise me anymore.
Right.
So Ludden and Maris, you know, I'm a little surprised. You know, they've really got that Porsche set up nicely. You know, John does, because he can keep up to that Lambo.
Yeah.
And it's a fairly fast track. So, oh boy, here we go again. Looks like Ludden has got himself in a draft. And I don't know know if he's going to. Oh, he swings out. I think that was just like a little head fake, and I think he caught
Brad made a
off.
mistake.
And
Wow.
getting in, John Ludden having a look on the inside.
A lot of curb there for John. He's got to be careful. And Matt Lehmann, like, yeah, give it to me.
Absolutely. That's the way I like to pass guys, is have them crash in front of me. I think it's the only time I've ever passed anybody.
I don't think that's true, Jack.
Well, pretty much. But Matt Lehmann in a great position here to see these two guys sweat it out in front of him. John Ludden, Brad Maris putting on a show. 3/4 of the way through this race.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 2/3 through the race. Jolicoeur, who got his car fixed up, is, just as an FYI, back in P11. So he really dropped a ton after having his one lap schmozzle. So Ludden is now under pressure from Matt Lehmann in a big way.
Yeah. And he's not going to have the draft, Brad Maris, to help him anymore. So let's see if he can stay ahead of that Mercedes. Good exit.
Well, Brad's got
great
a little
exit.
bit of space there. Not a lot, you know. Ludden might be able to just. No, he's too far behind to grab a draft off Brad this time around.
Ludden got a really solid exit off of the hairpin there. Turn 1.
But the legs on that Lambo have just kept that distance on the Kimmel Straight. You know, I'm really impressed. You know, Matt Lehmann seems to have that Mercedes braking really well. Seems to be able to take it very deep into the braking zone and close that gap up tremendously to John Ludden. And personally, I would have thought that the Porsche should have been able to outbrake that Mercedes. So, a little bit of a rundown. Why do you give him a rundown there, Jake?
All right. Parsons first. All by himself. Peter Szabo in second place. Very securely in second. Chris Moses in third. All those guys really safe. Matt Taylor fourth. Andrew Werner fifth. He was where it heats up. Brad Maris in sixth spot. He's being chased by John Ludden. Right now, John Ludden's got Matt Lehmann to contend with almost. There's a second gap between these guys at this point, so they can run their fastest pace and try to make a battle happen against. Hale Montgomery Jr. is moving around behind that group, so I think he's a little bit quicker. We'll see if he can close that gap. David Morrow has moved his way up to 10th on his cell phone internet connection, so good run by David. Glad he was able to get it working. Ian Jolicoeur is running around in 11th now after that mistake that set him back early. David Poole's in 12th. Dan Thorpe is in 13th, right behind Poole. Zach Hefner is lapping 14th. Jesse Olson in 15th. Kevin Kirkbride is in 16th right now. John McIntyre is in 17th. Chuck Carter is lapping 18th. And Jonathan Puppet is last right now in 19th. Looks like he might get lapped. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we'll get away without it.
Yeah, pretty impressive. You know, we got 19 cars on the lead lap still, so I think that's impressive.
Yeah, no, it's quite good.
I'm just going to keep my eye, just as an FYI again, I'm just going to keep my eye on P10 and P11 just for a little bit here.
Yes.
That David Merrick and Jolicoeur.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to keep my eye back there. But the real battle is going on up here. And you mentioned it as you were doing your rundown. Salem Montgomery is going to close that gap up to Matt Lehmann. And then there's going to be a big four-way push. And, call me crazy. I think the last lap is going to be just as crazy as the first lap tonight.
Yeah, you might be right about that, Jack. I hope it's a little less chaotic, but we will see.
Well, if they can stay in contact with one another, I know they're going to let it all hang out there.
They absolutely are. That's true.
They seem to be right now. Lehmann, Ludden, Maris, and Werner. They're pretty close, but somebody that. Well, geez, I'm gonna have to check those times out, folks, and see. No, Taylor's turning some better laps there than Werner. So it's, but Werner's only a couple of seconds back at Taylor, so if he can put in some hot laps, we may get a bit of a battle going on there for P4. But Lehmann, Ludden.
Yep. And Jolicoeur and David Maros.
Yeah, well.
Keeping an eye on this one.
Yes, that might get interesting back there. But he would definitely, Jolicoeur would definitely have to be in a lot closer, coming through Eau Rouge.
Yep, the Porsche not going to have it up the hill.
Not going to have those legs, that the Audi's got.
As I say that. Yeah, you'll see it.
Well, he got a good run off it.
He did. Pretty quick up the kink there. And then we see the Porsche really gain in that braking zone.
Well, that's where I would expect the Porsche to do well on, connected corners and the braking zones, a little more technical sections. Should be an advantage for the Porsche.
Ian Jolicoeur looks eager.
Interesting adjective. I had a few other that come to mind, but I won't voice them at this moment. I think eager pretty much says it all.
Yep.
Porsche and Audi. I think these cars have come together a few times.
Yeah, we've seen the Audi be faster, but with Ian Jolicoeur and David Maros, we see Ian sort of get an advantage. Right up there on his tail in the chicane, bus stop.
Yeah, and just at the end of the pit lane there, they could see the gaggle of cars in front of them going around La Source. So they can see the guys in front, not too far off.
It's closer this time is Ian Jolicoeur.
Yeah, Ian's got that Porsche running fifth gear all the way through Eau Rouge and up the hill until he gets to the crest of the hill and then switch into sixth. So we got 28 out of 36, so we got 8 laps left. Anybody's going to do anything, they should try and incrementally better their lap times to get close enough to do it shortly. Matt Matt Lehmann went wide there at the double left, or double gauche. So Salem Montgomery now all over the back of Matt Lehmann. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't think it happened this quickly, though, but it has heated up.
Yeah, I don't want to leave this right here.
You just stay right there. You stay on that battle there.
I really want to know what happens. I'll hop up to Montgomery if he gets side by side or that close.
Thanks, Bjorn. Bjorn chirps in, lets us know the Porsche brakes aren't that good.
Oh, well, there you go. Must just be that cornering speed as he puts those corners together.
Whoa!
And it looks like
David Marosh.
Wow. Wide, little touch.
Oh. Well, that's as clean as I've seen these two guys pass each other.
That's good. But now this is going to be the Audi's. That's his advantage Audi here because. Oh, we'll see.
I don't know. It looked like the Porsche got around the corner just a little smoother.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
A little out of shape.
Yeah, it looked like the car got a little unsettled on those curves there for David.
And you know what? These guys have, David's hitting. Oh! Deep into the braking zone there for David. I think Ian's going to hold on to that spot. They're going to hop up to this training cars in the middle. Oh, actually, let's hop up to the front. How about that?
Peter Szabo challenging Aaron Parsons for the lead. That's as small as we've seen that gap all night.
Yep, just about. And Peter Szabo with the faster lap last lap. But Parsons, as we said, really turned a quick lap early in the race. And we'll see what kind of pace he has now that he knows he's under pressure from the rear. But yeah, Szabo not going to be close enough to do anything on the straight this lap.
Yeah, Szabo putting in some incredible laps there. The last one was 2:17.1, but he's had 2:16.9s, 2:16.8, 2:16.9. So Szabo putting in some great laps. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from Aaron Parsons because he's out in front right now. So, I mean, obviously Aaron's doing something right. That gap is growing a little bit too.
Looks like Poole is closing the gap to David Maros now.
Yeah, ever since Jolicoeur got by, he's put a couple of seconds between himself and David Moore.
So Kirkbride looking for 15th, David Poole looking for 11th, and here's Peter Szabo punching first.
Yeah, and as far as Peter's concerned, he's got his sights set on him, and Aaron a little bit of a bobble there, and now Peter all up behind him.
Yeah, very close here. Definitely the closest he's been. Although he did lead early in the race.
He did indeed.
He was qualified first and got a very good start.
So, through the chicane, Still about the same gap, about a half a second gap separating here. Parsons and Pito's Alamo. Nissan and McLaren. Oh, geez. Boy, that Peter takes that. I better check the paint there. Oh, my God. Oh, he's so close to the curb there.
Yeah.
Yep, both those guys using lots of curb there.
Yeah.
So, just a little farther back. Geez. Whoop, Poole getting around David Marosh. David Marosh coming back at him, though.
Gonna hop back in that as the Gallatin, Zabo, and Parsons is up to a second again.
Poole on the inside, Marosh on the outside. A little love tap, and that was just the police maneuver there. Just gave her a little thump and said, move over.
Yep. Just a polite little tap there. Oh, and Maro's
Whoa! And my sky cam, we've got about 2 feet, 1 feet, 6 inches. Oh my goodness.
Maro's lifts.
My goodness.
Further up, Brad Mary's looking for 6th now from, 5th from Andrew Warner.
You would have thought that battle between Marosh and David Poole was for the win.
You would think. Kirkbride also looking for another point here. Gonna contest Jesse Olsen for 15th.
Yeah, he's been haranguing Jesse for a couple of laps now. I've had my eye on those two, and Kevin showing some professional patience out there, as I would call it.
Yeah.
He knows his race isn't well. He knows he's not going to do well. Everybody he's raced with clean, and I'm sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure he could have passed any one of these guys.
Yeah. He's much quicker, and there's Olsen giving him room, either on purpose or on accident. Who knows?
Yeah, it looked like Jesse.
Yeah.
Moved over and let him by.
Right.
Matt Lehmann gets it all wrong at the chicane, and Monty goes through.
Not too bad though. Not too bad for Matt Lehmann. They're able to keep the car straight. They're both important there.
Unbelievable recovery. I don't know how
really incredible.
Recovered there.
He's going to take it wide through here and then get right.
Try the over-under.
Tucked up behind Salem, I think. Doesn't want to get too much of the draft before this cut here. And I say cut because he's behind another car, but no, he doesn't.
And he is right up behind him. Well,
yeah.
Got a wheel.
Making that Mercedes look quick here is Matt Lehmann, and he's ahead by a hair, by car length now.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets it wrong.
Whoa.
Oh, thank goodness that was Salem and not somebody else.
Salem on the outside.
Oh. Salem really good at avoiding that kind of collision, it seems like. Okay, so.
Well, kudos to both of them. I don't know how they avoided any of that.
Yeah.
And Salem almost put it into the barriers there. And just a little farther up, we're a 32 out of 36. Brad Maris and Andrew Warner are having a good classic foray for P5. Nissan and Lambo. So, some good racing going on here. Excellent racing tonight, boys. It was just the first lap was a little bit of surprise for both Jake and myself.
Yes. A little bit more chaotic than usual. It looked like,
Maris
you know what
and
it was,
Werner.
Jack. I know what it was. They missed the qualifying race, Jack. That's what it is. That was our little peak of the qualifying race.
Yeah.
That's
We
what it
used to
is.
have a Super Pole,
They
a little
used to get
qualifying race,
all their
and then
rage
settle
out.
everybody down.
All their rage was taken out in that little 3-lap race almost every time.
You
So
are absolutely correct. So Brad Maris and Andrew Werner still going at it. Oh, really close there for Andrew
yeah,
Werner.
that's a battle I'm watching. Looks like Brad catching a little bit of the draft here. He looks a little faster. I don't think he's going to act on it. Oh, I'm
He
wrong.
is. Maybe. No.
Yeah, not able to get
Yes.
side by side, but
No.
he
Yes.
thought about it.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He's really in tight now. But you know what? If I was going to have anybody in that close to me,
Yeah, Brad.
I'd want it to be Brad.
Yep.
You know, his situational awareness, his track awareness, second to none. I just wanted to put a little shout out there to Brad. Thanks, Brad, for everything you've done for everybody in this league here. Brad has been our resident driving instructor for a number of years. I know we haven't had a school lately. It doesn't seem like most of these guys need a school.
Yeah.
But he spent way more time with me, in previous years than anybody should have. And not that I improved any, but thank you, Mr. Maris. And if you do need any help or any tips, send Brad a PM. He's more than happy to help anybody out. And online there is Gurhead. So 34. 2 laps to go. Parsons still out in front. Zabo second behind. Moses comfortable in third. So this is looking pretty good for that PMR.
Yeah, it really is.
They were looking for a good finish. They needed a good pick me up,
Yeah.
because they were struggling back there.
Not a bad run either for Salem and Peter. I forget what the team name is.
RPM.
RPM, yeah.
No, not at all. They're running.
Really, everybody wins here except for Gotta Go By. Unfortunately, just because Al's out points wise, and then Podium Hunters with their let's see, what is that? 2 and 3, 5 points currently. Yep, it is.
Yeah. But, it tightens up the race. So RPM's going to pick up some. Got to Go By. Brad's got a decent finish going.
Yep.
But PMR is going to help lift their up in the points and lift them up in spirits as well.
Zabo's closed that gap again to Parsons here late in the race. I was just sort of idly watching these guys as we come to the end here. Brad also going to try and take it to Werner, but this gap between Peter and Parsons changes more quickly than the Brad's gap.
And Brad just took it a little too deep there.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't think Brad is going to push the issue here this late in the race. He's got a bit of a gap. He's got a second and a half to John Ludden. He's comfortable in sixth. I don't think he's going to risk anything here. If anybody's going to risk anything, it's going to be Peter Zabo.
Yep.
Trying to overtake Parsons. But it's going to be tough. I mean, he's the second back. And that means he's going to have to pick up half a second per lap to get on his bumper. So, Parsons in first with Team PMR. Peter Zavo currently in second with RPM Extreme.
Yep. Parsons coming up on lap traffic. I think that's contributing to the changes in gaps here. But they're moving back here to Brad, who's right
Look at that.
on
Chuck
the
Carter
bumper of
way
Werner.
offline. Way offline. Letting him by. Brad Maris gets by. What happened to Werner there? Did you see that?
No. I saw Brad get by, but Werner was just a little slower. Oh, and that was Ludden. Whew, getting really loose there. These guys' tires are wearing down again, Jack. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
they're
see
all on softs.
getting a little loose.
And they got to be on banana peels at this point.
Right.
The only guy who's safe at this point is Moses.
Yeah, Moses is just fine.
He's in P3. You know, he's got like 14 seconds to Taylor behind him. He'd have to, like, literally park the car.
Yep. He'd have to spin it and go off track. And even that can only cost about 10 seconds sometimes.
I think you called it right. I think these tires are now they're just done.
Parsons starts the final lap. Andrew Werner going to try and get back up to Brad. Not sure if he can here, but we'll see.
Well, it looks like, you know, barring a major incident, I don't think these two guys out in front, they're just too good. You know, Parsons and Zavo, that's probably how they're going to finish. Although, wow.
Oh, Brad! Oh, no! Oh, no, Brad!
Brad spins it. Salem goes by.
Oh, no.
Oh, after all that work.
Lots of spots lost there by Brad. Andrew Werner takes 5th. Ludden takes 6th. Sam Montgomery Jr. 7th. So, wow.
Well, you
Bad
just
luck.
Get back up there to Parsons.
Yeah, you're absolutely
Zavo,
right.
Because Parsons didn't have a very clean exit through Eau Rouge, and Zavo is now taking advantage and closed that gap. It is as close as it's been all night long. And I think you just nailed it perfectly. These tires are definitely fried.
For sure.
It looks like the cars are starting to push a little on the corners. They just don't seem to have the grip. They're having to cut and take a little bit more curb than they're used to. Oh, and there goes Zavo, a little bobble there.
Lots of the rear moving around on corner exit or on direction change.
Yeah, so it is right. The tires are pretty much fricasseed at this point.
Yep. So looks like, I mean, there's only half a second gap there, but it does look like, well, we just have to watch through the bus stop here. That's really gonna decide it. Parsons way off track. He needs to take it easy. Got a 6th of a second to give up here.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
And Zavo just pushing.
Zavo.
Way up there in the green. That ain't gonna do it.
Okay, so first for Parsons and second for Peter Zavo. Great run by those guys, both of those guys. Really spectacular. Get lots of breathing room back to 3rd. Chris Moses not got the pace of Parsons there for some reason. Matt Taylor's also all alone. He'll finish 4th. That's the best result we've seen from him this season. He's struggled in a few races, unusually. I got some victory donuts going on over here.
Well, I can't even find Aaron Parsons in Discord.
He's right there, but...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can move him, too. We've been granted some abilities.
There, we got you up here. Mr. Parsons, congratulations.
Thank you, Jack.
Were the tires getting a little slick at the end there?
Oh, yeah. More than a little slick. Very slick.
Yeah.
I I think everybody was suffering from the same thing at the end of each stint. It looked like you'd have a little bit of a slide on them, and Peter would close the gap, and then he'd have a little bit of slide, and then you get a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, it's amazing after doing thousands of laps at this track how difficult each corner is. Every single lap is just the tires are wearing out, conditions are changing, and it's just a struggle to get every corner perfect every lap. So there's a lot of little mistakes here and there.
Well, you did a great job, and we watched that gap between, and I'm sure you were too, between you and Peter, hovering around a second. Your lap times were phenomenal. They were almost like qualifying lap times. So congratulations, Aaron. I know you love Spa. Great job tonight.
Yeah, thanks very much, and congrats to Peter. Awesome race from him too. But the Godzilla had the legs on the straight, and I want to thank my GTR Godzilla buddies for helping out with the setup this week. Really helped.
Well, good on you there, and we'll drop you back down to your booth. And what do you think, Jake?
Heck of a race. Great job, Ezra.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Whew.
Another one
in the books.
Yeah, that was spectacular. We don't have many starters. I don't know, anybody who's watching, you want to get some driving league experience, hop into the GT series. We had a couple guys forced absent here, but we do have some room, so still seems like a good idea. We still got some Ferraris available, Jack, which would be the car I'd pick if I was joining the league at this moment. Just
Hey,
run the
I'm
last
telling you
half
right
of the
now,
season. Yeah.
Jake, I may just have to bail out of this booth and grab a wheel and get racing. So I'd advise anybody, come on up and race with the guys on Thursday night. You can see it's very competitive, but what do we have? Like 18 guys on the lead lap. So I mean,
Yeah,
there's still some great racing next week. Round 6, Monza.
Yeah. And Silverstone on Monday. So 9 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays. Oh, shut up, Jack. Making noises.
Yep, yeah. There still is. There's room for cigar racing on Monday nights. I'm talking about cigar racing, Jake. Why don't we close her out for tonight? And I'm going to grab a cigar and a rum and coke and listen to some jazz tunes and chill out for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we're done. Thanks for joining us. Join us next week, and hope you enjoy.